Islam promotes healthy citizenship is very easy to address, and it only takes very few words, really takes a very few words, but I will give it a little time. I'll give this topic a little of some of my time tonight and some of your time. Thank you. We know that what makes the society, the city, the town bad for us is the people that are bad. Without bad people, towns are good. So the simple answer is that Islam promotes healthy citizenship by promoting healthy-minded and healthy people. Healthy-minded, healthy people. In Christianity, I read in the Bible, as a man thinketh in his heart, or thinks, the old English thinketh, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. But it didn't say think in his head, it said think in his heart. Connected the heart with the thinking, And this is what Islam wants for us too, is that we reflect on things. You know, when I was a kid, they told me in school, I had to learn a lot of things by heart. One thing the school did for us, it really had us learn a lot by memory. They said, learn it by heart. And I think that expression means make it very, very special. Make it very, very special. Give it your concern. Give your concerns to it. Value it. Care about it, you know. And I was talking with someone here very recently, and they just kept forgetting things that we were trying to remember. And I said, the reason why you can't remember it is because you don't care enough about it. If you care enough about it, you will remember it. Learn it by heart. It has to be in your heart, too, not just in your mind. When your heart and your mind are working together, then you can get the best benefit from your brain, from your mind. But if your heart and mind is not working together, then you won't get the best benefit from your brain. This is how Islam promotes healthy citizenship. It wants us to reflect, and reflect means do more than just think about it twice. It means think about what it's worth to you. Think about what you want it for. Think about what you're going to do with it. Think. Think with the heart involved. We have a saying in Qur'an. I tend to be a bit philosophical. Once I was told this, and it made me angry because I wasn't thinking about any philosophy. I was just trying to get my points across. And a scholar of great reputation from Egypt originally, but he's well known in the Emirates. His name is Dr. Ibrahim, and he said to me after I finished, he said, yes, you see, your statements are more philosophy than religion. And it angered me because I thought it was just common sense. I tend to think in pictures, speak through pictures, etc. And there is a saying in the Qur'an, holy book of the Muslims, it's for all people, just like the Bible is for all people. It says, by the fig and the olive and Mount Sinai, and this town made safe, secure, and this town secured, or this town made safe. Surely, we have created the human in the best of mold. In the best of mold. Surely we have created the human in the best of mold. Now, you know, there was a time when there was no public schools. Public schools came late in the history of nations, where you have to send your children to school. If you don't, you're subject to be put in jail, locked up, taken to court, and locked up for not permitting your children to get an education. So education is important. for the society. And I believe the reference that I just gave you from our holy book, it has in it the importance of education, and it is addressing the stages in the mind, the intellect, the stages for the mind, how the mind develops. And the first is given in a picture, like I used to like to talk. I used to preach, and they called me Minister Wiles, young man. I wasn't a leader then. I was just a preacher for my father. And I said, brother, you paint beautiful pictures. And I liked it, but didn't register too much on my mind then. But when I look back now, I see that I need a picture to start talking. I need a picture. But anyway, I see the fig. When you think about fig, Qur'an doesn't say anything about this. It doesn't give any commentary on the fig. It leaves the commentary for the scholars. It leaves the commentary for the thinkers. And you think about the fig is bigger than the olive. And the fig has many seeds, whereas the olive has one seed, just one. So it went from a product or fruit that's easy to chew. You don't have to worry about a fig. Even if it's dry, you don't have to worry about it. You're right. If you bite an olive and don't have a little caution, you're going to break your dental. Even a young person might hurt their teeth, you know. If you bite down on that stone, there's a stone in there. It's hard. It's not like the fig. You can chew through the fig. So the olive has only one seed, but you must be careful eating it. You can't rush and eat it like you do the fig. And the fig has many seeds. It's just a burst of seeds. Boom. Fills up. Whole fig. Filled up with seeds. And think about the expression. That's a figment of your imagination. And the olive, you know, the olive is in the Bible, and it's also in the Qur'an. The Qur'an went to the fig first. The fig is kind of put down in the Bible. Put down. So here's the Qur'an picking the fig back up. And it says, by the fig, by the olive, by Mount Sinai. Mount Sinai is the mountain from which Moses went up on the mountain. And God spoke to him on the mountain. And God gave revelation on the mountain, Mount Sinai. So Mount Sinai is referring to ascending up, going higher up to God, and getting communication from God, and then coming back down. So the third is the mountain, Mount Sinai, and the fourth is the town. And this town made safe. So how do you make the town safe? You make the town safe by respecting all the people. All of us have imagination. All of us don't have olives. But all of us have imagination. We all can think, and we have vivid imaginations, most of us. So respect the common mind. I think the fig is symbolic of the common mind. It's a metaphor representing the common mind. Respect the common mind. Then respect those who are looking for a single thought or a single interest. They're focused on one thing, and that's the educated people, the people who become educated. They focus on one thing, and they stay focused on that until it becomes illuminated, like the oil, like a match with fire. So they focus on one thing so long until it illuminates for them. And then they get the insight, they get the knowledge, and they pass it on. So these are stages. And the town made safe. It includes the town, because we have to develop in the town. You can go up on the mountain, and you can get all that good knowledge and good insight, but if you don't come down and live with people, you'll never know how to use it. So where do we learn how to communicate with one another? By living with one another. We live with one another. We learn how to communicate with one another. We live with one another. We know how to apply. We know how to apply our knowledge. It takes this interaction, this social interaction, to show us how to apply knowledge and where to put it and how to use it. If we never had a chance to socialize or have this social interaction, we would never truly become educated. To have life and not put it to use is no education. And I'm sure when Moses came down from the mountain, he had a great life. But he had to come down and look at his people's circumstances and then see how is he to use that life that God gave him that's on the mountain, to see how to apply it. And he wasn't selfish. This Moses, same Moses is for both of us. He wasn't a selfish man. I'm going to do this by myself. First thing he did was look around and see what resources he had. He said, okay, you doctors, you get together. You lawyers, you get together. You farmers, here, you get together. You musicians, you get together. He started organizing people according to their skills, abilities, etc. And then he gave them what God gave him from the mountain. And he charged all of them with responsibility to use it and apply it and make their life conform to it. Now, we can't do all that. That's too much for us. We're not Moses. But what we can do is respect everybody. Have respect for everybody. Islam begins with the promotion of good character. And good character is respect for everything that deserves respect. A person of good character respects your property. You give him you say, okay, here's my keys. You can use my car to go to the store and pick up some groceries. You don't have a car. A good man, a person of good character, will not abuse bad stuff. He'll treat the car just like it is his, even better. If he's a person that maybe doesn't care too much about Rolls Royce, it could have been a wagon and it would have suited him. It would have been suitable for him. But you trusted him with a Rolls Royce. So he's going to give that the respect that a Rolls Royce deserves, not the respect that a wagon deserves. And a wagon would have been enough for him. A man of good character. So you have to be of good character, to have healthy citizenship. And lastly, I want to say to you, the reason why we don't have many people having this kind of serious thought about the great interest that we are trusted with, when we are trusted with responsibilities of citizenship, it is because we don't have the perception of the country, the city, that most religions, Judaism included, gives us. First of all, everything that we have was not ours to begin with. We came into the world owning nothing. The first people that came through this area, there was no Milwaukee here. There was no Wisconsin when the first people came here. They didn't make this land. They found land. They found land that could support their life. So the gift is from God originally. That's what you have to remember. The gift is from God originally. And under God, you are responsible for how you treat everything. You may dislike the government at times. And you may want to say, oh, I don't have any citizenship. My citizenship is not worth $12 nickels. You might feel like that. Remember that everything is temporary except God. Bad circumstances are temporary. And God is not going to excuse you for your responsibility. You're going to have to answer God one day. He's not going to excuse you from any responsibility that you could have. Don't look at the land just as government land and private property. Look at it as land that God gave man. God gave man this land. And look at it as your possession. God gave it to all of us. So this land we call Milwaukee, it was given to all of us originally. It was the right of all of us to it. Nobody had established their right to exclude anybody else. In the beginning, it was the right of all of us. In some primitive tribes and societies, they respect that. They live with each other, but they don't put any claim on land, on rivers. And if you use a boat, you can't even claim the boat. Some primitive tribes, they won't even let you claim the boat. The boat is for traveling the river, and since the river doesn't belong to anyone special, the boat cannot belong to anybody in particular. The boat has to be for anyone who wants to get on the boat. If no one is riding the boat and still beside the water, anybody can jump in that boat that belongs to somebody. So these are people who are still in touch with the first perception of these goods, these things. The first perception is that we didn't do it, we didn't provide it. It was here when we got here, see? So we should respect the original owner. You should say, this is my city, and mean it. Milwaukee is my city, and you should mean that from your heart. Like I said, don't let the thinking separate yourself from the heart. You should think and think about it and have that also in your heart. This is my city. God did not give this land to one person. It's for human beings. And my government has made a beautiful city here, and this is my city. Train it. But also under the Constitution of these United States, there's one nation under God, and it speaks of the Creator. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Back to the common person, right? That all men are created equal and endowed by certain rights, inalienable rights that you can't take away. Are created by their Creator and are endowed by their Creator certain inalienable rights, rights that you can't take away. Among these life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. It is saying that not even the government can take the rights from a person. The right to life was not given by the government, cannot be taken away by the government. Life, liberty, God created us to be free. The government didn't give us that. And the government shouldn't take it away. But God gave us the intelligence and the feet and the hand and the legs to go get things that we need, to pursue happiness, to acquire wealth. Government shouldn't take that away from us. So our government is saying, too, that we have rights that the government didn't give to us. And the rights begin with the rights to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. So don't say anymore that this school that I attend, this is their school. I don't care if it's your private school or if it's the biggest school in the state of Wisconsin. Don't ever go to school and say this is their school. No matter how bad you feel or how bad someone is treating you there. Don't you let them take you out of your rights. You need to be situated to be successful. And if your psyche is not positive, you will not be able to perform as well. To have a positive psyche, you have to be positive. And be positive when it's right to be positive. And you have a right to say, this is Milwaukee is my town. The school I'm going to is my school. It's my school. What it means? The wall is mine. The carpet is mine. The lights are mine. Then treat it like it's yours. Huh? Respect it. Pick up the table when you see trash on the floor. Don't wait for the janitor. If you don't see the janitor, pick it up. I do that. I do it out there in the streets, in the public streets. You might say, that's going nuts. Well, I'm a healthy nut. And I'm a healthy citizen. So this is the way to have healthy citizenship. You have to